I brought my entourage. You too. I crossed the line from in remission to cancer-free just a few months ago. Like many of you, I kept a journal. Thank you. Like many of you, I kept a journal detailing my battle with cancer. My battle was never far from my mind, but more often now it resides in the quiet voids in between my thoughts, like background music. In late 2009, my first entry began with the words, "I found out yesterday I have cancer." Having put those 7 words into some kind of coherent thought, I simply stopped writing. The cursor blinked back at me, waiting for me, saying how I would deal with this rude and unexpected interruption to my life. Somehow I knew that whatever words I wrote next would define my battle with cancer. Would they be words of fear or confidence, defeat or hope? I chose the latter in each and took it on faith that the words I wrote carried more weight than the uncertainty I felt. The journal was originally intended to keep some family and friends abreast of what was going on in my life, the whirlwind storm of tests and treatments that seemed to rage around me in those early days. Somewhere along the line, it became so much more. It was an outlet for me, a written voice to my thoughts and fears and all the absurdities that come along with a battle against cancer. By the end, the journal became a living document, taking a breath from the love and support of each of its readers. I received a lot of compliments on my journal entries, but truth be told, the real strength for me came from the guest book. Reading through them again, it was abundantly clear I was never alone in my fight. Muhammad Ali once said, "A man who views the world at 50 the same way he views it at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life." I'd like to think I haven't wasted these last 5 years. I'd like to think I'm more thoughtful and patient, more empathetic to those around me. Though not absolute, 5 years on, I enjoy more and worry less. I take little for granted and expect nothing but that for which my efforts earn. I am easy to friend and quick to forgive for no other reason than that they both serve me well. I have neither the time nor inclination to waste energy on the little things in life. At the time I wrote the journal, my kids were 3, 7, and 11. Today, Sean is 16. We're touring colleges where he plans to study robotic engineering. I'm happy he's pursuing his passion, and I'm glad that I'm here to see it. My daughter Kelly is 13 now and already competing on some very large stages in the equestrian world. In this past year, she's competed at the U.S. Pony Finals in Kentucky and the Devon Horse Show in Pennsylvania. And Katie, now 8, just as happy on the back of a horse as she is doing cartwheels and gymnastics or my living room. She was just past a toddler when I was diagnosed, and I doubt that she remembers very much at all, other than me losing my hair. But I remember those times very well. I remember all the times that I put us to sleep on those long post-treatment days. That was a time in balance, rocking between the poison inside of me and the life all around me. My children were the future that I fought for. My wife Kristen and I will be celebrating 19 years married this October. There are couples that live fairy tale lives, where trouble and doubt never cast a shadow. They are few and far between, and they are not to be envied. Ideal in theory, they are weak in reality. They've never been tested. For the second time today, I'd like to share a quote. This one came from a poster that was hanging in one of my grade school classrooms. I have no idea why it stayed with me all these years, perhaps in anticipation for this moment. On the poster, it simply read, "Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees." The poster had a picture of a lone tree standing among many that had fallen. I've since looked up the next line. It reads, "The further sky, the greater length. The more the storm, the more the strength. My wife and I don't live a fairy tale life, but I do consider it a charmed one. The wind blew and the sky darkened as a storm cancer raged around us, but in the morning, we stood there, basking in dawn's first light, willing to accept all that life had to offer. If the kids were the future that I fought for, my wife was the foundation from which I drew my strength. As I bring this to a close, I hope you'll allow me to share a few final thoughts. Cancer turned my world around and brought me to new levels of fear, anxiety, and pain. Yet looking back on it, I can't help but think of all the good things it brought as well. I am closer now to my family than ever before. I have reconnected with old friends, met new friends, and strengthened relationships with others. I am more patient and tolerant with the little inconveniences in life. I am more aware of the needs of others. I am more focused on how I spend my time. I am more determined to give back. I am committed to living a life of purpose. I am humble and I am grateful. I wish you well in the future and remind you that life is meant to be lived, not viewed. You only get to go around once in this world, but if you do it right, once is enough. I hope that you will learn from every experience. I encourage you to give to others and understand that your capacity to affect them extends far beyond the corners of your wallet. I caution you that anyone who tells you they're simply wasting time simply doesn't understand its value. And I ask that you to understand that you can't remember all the moments of your life, only the special ones. And I pray that you won't just wait for them to come along, but will work to create them. Above all, I thank you for your friendship, love, and support. I hope you've received as much as I've gained. May God bless each step you take today and each step going forward. Thank you.